Hello, I'm Mighty Slim, and I'm going to show you how to play the chords to the John Sebsatian solo tune called How Have You Been? There's a nice CSN outtake version of this that they did. Anyway, this is the John Sebsatian version. There was a Woodstock performance, and we're going to take it actually from his first solo record, John B Sebastian. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel below, Mr. Mighty Slim, and now let's get started here. Alright, so we have a regular D chord. Let me talk about the tuning. The best I gather, the tuning, and I even wrote John Sebsatian and haven't gotten a response yet. But the best I gather is it's a regular tuning with a drop D. And in the Woodstock performance, you can actually hear him trying to match pitches like me, going, all right, is it there? Is he tuned yet? All right. That could be tuned a little better. Isn't that funny? So anyway, that's what I gather tuning wise. All right, so let's talk about the chords that you're going to use in the performance. All right, we're going to have a D chord. Sometimes I hear him not really strum the high E and just kind of go to the B string. Right, but you definitely want to fret a regular D chord. And then we're going to do a C add 9. So I'm going to move the first two fingers, keeping this finger on the B string, 3rd fret, and then second finger's on the 3rd fret of the A, and 2nd fret on the D with my first finger. And I hear that chord not really playing the high E there. So, and then we have a G chord. Right, so this C add 9, I'm just going to call a C, but you know what the shape is, because sometimes it's hard to fit the word. Because it's C add 9 to fit the words in there. So then we have a G chord. So first finger's on the 3rd fret of the E, 3rd finger's on the 5th fret of the low E. All right, and then the other chord that you're going to need to know for the performance is a A7 sus4, so here's my regular A7. First finger is on the 2nd fret of the D, and 2nd finger is on the 2nd fret of the B, and all the rest of the strings open. And then my sus4 is going to be the 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B, and then you lift it off for a regular. Alright, so those are the chords. Alright, so I'm going to attempt to talk sing it so I don't get copyright stricken, and we'll run through the chords. I believe there's about 5 verses if I'm not mistaken. And try to talk sing it, talk you the chords. Once you get the progression down, it's pretty much the same throughout the entire song. The only real difference is, and you'll hear kind of a tagline at the end of maybe like 4 lines in a row or whatnot, except for maybe the very beginning, and at the end he'll do the twice. All right, so now that we have all our tools in order, let's play it. So a cappella goes, how have you been, my darling children, while I have been away in the west. Then D, U, R, C, a G, D, and then the feel is going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's the feel. All right. So I didn't talk about that. So keep that in mind. So though, let's rewind and do what we just did. So D, U, R, G. Let's try that again. So D, U, R, C, a G like a D. By the G, D, G, 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 D. Right, and then there's one of those. So let's try that again. So by the G that you beat me in G, 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 D, sus4 regular, but D, C, G, D. I wish D, I, C, or G of your D's. But I have been traveling without much to carry. Just a broken guitar case with tape on the side, a bag, and a few signs to help me get right. Here's the double. sus4 regular, sus4 regular. That was the double. And then the beats, and then the beats of the foot, and then here are some beats. So here are some beats from the foot of a princess. Reigned in the years around 200 BC. Divide them and wear them and make sure to share them. 'Cause I cheat you to have them in hopes that you'll be as lovely as the lady who D. There's the double. Now the strange. Here is a strange European guitar string found on the club of the floor in Marseille. It's fat for the third string and skinny for the fourth string. But I G and hope I might use it someday. It's funny how people just keep things that way. There was the double. Now we're going to get at the end of this verse. We're going to have a single A sus4 thing. That's the only difference on the Woodstock performance. The A sus4 thing will happen twice. Okay, so let's do the line about the turtle. Okay, so D is a turtle from the Long Island Expressway who said that his home has been covered with tar. So I gave him a ride on the back of my suitcase, and he says that he'd like to stay home in your yard. At long last his life won't be quite so hard. Here's the one. And now we're back to the beginning of a verse. So D, have you seen my G, D? While I have been away in the West, though you are strangers, I feel like I know you by the way that you greet me and offer to feed me, and eagerly ask if I'll stay for rest. And that's the D7 there. So instead of going to the A sus4 there, you're going to go to a D7. All right, so let's do that again. Right, and then we'll repeat it, and then so we'll watch what happens. So let's do the so remember, it's the same chords going over and over again. In the words of Joe's Garage, that became a symphony. A little Frank Zappa. So D, have you been, my darling children, while I have been away in the West. Though you are strangers, I feel like I know you by the way that you greet me and offer to feed me, and eagerly ask if I'll stay for rest. By the G that you feed me and offer to feed me, and eagerly ask if I now you're going to play the D for four rounds for stay for rest. Pretty certain that's right. There's 4/4 at the end. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, and then a single strum. And that's it. I think this song is fantastic. And if you're not familiar with the song, check it out. It's a good one. I especially like the second chord change there, and the kind of the feel with the. Sometimes you really hear him whacking the low D string to get that ringing out. So. You'll really hear that D, low D ring out. And like I said, sometimes I'm not actually hearing the high E string there happen. But anyway, that's it. I sincerely hope you found this tutorial to be helpful. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel below. Leave me a comment. Leave me a thumbs up that you liked it. And we'll see y'all when the future gets here. Mighty Slim over and out.